Hello, my name is Ayman Ahmed. Welcome to this labs series for CSF 3103 Incident Response and Disaster Recovery. Today we're going to go over Lab 1. By now, you should have already received an email. Looks like this one here. So that's where you need to register. You just hit register for this lab, and then after that it's a very simple steps where you need to just register and sign in. So after that you just need to go to labs.azure.com and then hit sign in. Of course you're going to use your HCT credentials, username and password. So if you already taken courses before over the Azure environment, you're going to see your previous labs. If not, then you're going to see only one lab environment or only one virtual machines, which is the one that we just registered in. All right. So every student initially you have 64 hours, right? And then if your quota is for some reason finished, it should be more than enough. But if it's finished, then you should contact your instructor and then they should add up more hours. All right. So once you see this page here, then you have to start the machine. So now my virtual machine is running, as you see here. So how to access it, you just need to click on this little computer icon here and then just save it where you can access it, or you can just every time you can just click on this little icon here. So I'm just going to open it, say connect. Here you will be provided with the username and the password, which is you already have here the username, so which is CIS student. You just need to provide the password, which is it would be shared with you by email. Okay, so okay. So as I mentioned earlier, this lab here is about installing Security Onion, right? So just a brief introduction about Security Onion. So Security Onion is a free and open source Linux distribution. So by now you already took CIS 2903, which is about the operating system, and that was Linux, and I believe you guys took Fedora. So, but this distribution here is called Security Onion. It's free and it's an open source distribution. So what they use it for, they use it for intrusion detection, security monitoring, and log management. So in the future, if you work in a SOC, so that's Security Operations Center, then you might use a similar or the same tool. Okay, so Security Onion has so many tools. Comes pre-configured or built into it, such as we will go over these ones later in the course. So for some reason I got disconnected. Let me connect back again here with the same steps. All right, I'm just gonna say yes. All right. Okay, so now here, so this Azure, it's a Microsoft platform. So for their virtualization, of course, they're going to use Hyper-V, right? You might in your other courses use a VMware Player or VMware Player Workstation on these ones here, professional. So here we're going to use Hyper-V. So the way to access Hyper-V is either from here or it's just right down here. All right, so once you open this, you're gonna have Windows Server is pre-installed because in this course, also quickly, we're gonna have about 10 labs. All right, the first 7, including this one, it will be about security onion, and then lab 9 and lab 10 is related to Windows Server. All right, so here, what we are going to do now for the installation, we're just gonna go new here, hit on this little arrow here, and then virtual machine, because we're going to do a new virtual machine. Here we're gonna go next. We're gonna name our virtual machine. So we're gonna say security, all of us. You're gonna follow the lab's instruction, okay? Security onion, and I believe then you have to put your student ID H00112233. All right, so but it's going to be your student ID, which is different than this one here. So H. Next. Okay, we're going to leave it at this first generation. That's the default. Here we are going to select, we're going to make it um, uh, 2 GB, which is going to be 2. Also, you're going to follow the lab 2048, right? Because 1024 times 2, 1 GB equals 1024 MB. All right, so next. All right, so here, so to have an internet connection, this is very important step. So please change this one from not connected to default switch. Default switch. All right, then gonna go next. Here also, this is very important. We're not gonna use 127 the whole thing. We're just going to use say 40. Right. So also you have to follow the lab instructions, whatever that they ask you to set your size, the virtual machine size, you have to follow that. All right, so here install, we're going to install it out of an ISO image. So once you just click browse, you're gonna see it here. So we are going to use Security Onion version 14.04.5.7. All right, so I'm gonna open that, gonna go next. All right, so here this is the summary page, what we have selected so far. Our virtual machine name, Security Onion, it's 00112233, generation, first generation, so generation 1. This is the memory size, 2 GB, default switch, and this is the path for the virtual hard disk. All right, so this is what our virtual hard disk is going to go to the default folder of Hyper-V. So here I'm going to hit finish, and this is very important step here. You see, before I'm going to start it or connect to it, I'm just going to go to the settings. Right, so I'm going to go to processors, and I'm going to add more processors. This is just for the speed, okay, more processors. So I'm going to add 4 processors here. All right, I'm just going to hit apply. Okay, now I'm going to just connect and start. All right, so you can just wait for it for 10 seconds, or just hit enter the enter key. Okay, so here, let me just go with a full screen so that you can see the whole page. So yes, for the language, I'm going to go with English. Continue. And as you see here, these are the pages that we will go over before we do the installation. Right, so here, um, let's do the download updates. Okay, even though it's just gonna make the installation process a little bit longer, but it's okay. Right, so hit that and then hit on continue. All right, so here we're going to erase disk and install security onion. Yeah, we don't have anything here. So this is related to if you have an existing data or operating system and you're going to install security onion on top of it, then everything will be gone. It will be deleted, like say your documents, your photos, your music, and everything. So in our case, we are okay. We're good to go. We're gonna head and install now. All right, so I'm gonna hit continue again. All right, so here, um, now this it depends on your location. So where are you? So here, I'm going to put I'm in Abu Dhabi. So if you are in Dubai or somewhere, just select your area. So continue. All right, okay, so the keyboard layout, so we'll keep it the default, which is English US, and continue. You see, this is the last page as you see here. And now here we need to put a username. So we're gonna put name. So just put HCT here. Right? So HCT. If you see that because the user, this is Linux and it's a case sensitive, I'm putting username, I'm putting the name, your name as a capital HCT, but you see here the pick a username. So I'm just going to use the same, but here as you see, it's a all lowercase. All right. So do the same upper HCT and your username will be lowercase HCT. And the password, we're all going to use the same password. So, which is let me in. So it's written there on the lab instruction, let me in. Right, gonna confirm it, let me in. All right, so just gonna hit continue. Yeah, I know it's a weak. It says there it's a weak password because it's a dictionary word. But for this, so here, this is where it gonna take a little longer. I'm just for the sake of shorten this a video recording. I'm just going to pause and come back once it's finished. Okay, it has finished and now it's asking me to uh, restart now. So this installation is completed successfully and I'm going just to hit restart now. Okay, here, um, you have to read this very carefully because if you're not paying attention, you could have um, stay here forever. If you read the last line, it says, please remove installation media and close the tray. So it's assuming that you're using a laptop, it has a CD or DVD ROM where you have to um, uh, do. All right, sorry about that. It's asking to remove the installation media from the tray and close it. All right, so it's assuming that you're using your laptop or a PC that has a CD-ROM. All right, so here we are not using that, but what we can do here, we can sorry, go to, let me just have this as a, maximize that and minimize the security onion, and I can go here to settings. If you see here on the DVD, that's where we mounted our ISO, it's not there. See, it says none, so it's already being removed automatically. See, it's none, right? So that's good news. So where we need to do is now, if I just hit connect, I can just hit enter. So basically you hit enter and then the installation will, the reboot process will be completed. So here, if you're stuck on this page here where it's giving you these errors, so what you can do is you can go to the Hyper-V Manager. I would turn it off. See, now it's turned off. And I'm just going to connect and start. Connect and start. Okay, so it has been installed successfully and rebooted also successfully. So we are going to log in to our system for the first time. HCT, that our, sorry, HCT, that's the username, and the password is let me in. And log in. Okay, so this is our new and fresh security onion. So now here, let's just make sure first that we have access to the internet. Okay, so the we're gonna use any website just to check our connectivity to the internet. It's going to go to www.cnn.com. See, and it looks like we do have an internet connection. So if you don't, just you need to do a little troubleshooting that you might miss that step where you have to connect the network adapter to the default switch. Remember that? So you just need to go to the settings and change that. All right, the second thing is we need to do some update. Okay, so here we go to the terminal emulator. Let's minimize this here quickly. So now we just need to update our security onion so that it will not give us any problem with the labs in the future. So what we can do is we can use this command sudo to run it as an administrator, as a root. Um, all right, sudo sop. So this command here is going to make the necessary updates only the necessary updates. All right, so of course I'm going to hit enter, and then it's going to ask me for the password, the root password, which will let me in, the one that we have set before. So I'm going to have this here, pick. So again, here, press enter to continue. I'm going to hit continue. So this one's here, guys, it needs the user interaction. That means you have to sit and answer some questions, yes or no, and so on. All right, so you see that I just hit yes, and then it's continuing. It's gonna take a little longer over here. It's gonna take some time. All right. Now the update has finished, and it's asking us to press enter to reboot or control C to cancel. I'm just going to hit enter. Okay, I'm going to log in. ACT, let me in. And now this is the end of the lab. What uh, I recommend everybody at the end of each lab, just go and issue this command. So just say sudo init initial 0. Okay, 0 to shut down. If you need to reboot, you can issue sudo init 6, number 6. All right, so I'm going to shut down. Yeah, of course, going to enter the password. Now it's shutting down. And also I recommend that you go back to the Azure Lab, okay, website from the web, and just to save yourself sometimes. It's going to time out after 15 minutes, but that will be a waste of 15 minutes. So just come over here and toggle the switch. So from not running, it will be stopping. So, and then it will stop. All right. I hope this has been informative, and I would like to thank you for viewing.